COVID-19 has a huge impact in many sectors, one of them related to demographic bonus in Indonesia. The pandemic was a challenge because it could affect the decades of struggle to achieve demographic bonus. If a large population is not well managed, it will be a burden on the country, and based on the high urgency of this problem for the development of Indonesia, I, Najwa Awalia, as the representative of Environmental Geography Student Association from Gajah Mada University, would like to present our paper with title Pandemic COVID-19, an analysis of impact on demographic bonus through population characteristic based on 2016 until 2020 data case study in Sleman Regency, Yogyakarta Province. The process toward demographic bonus in Indonesia has started since the 1950 with the start of the demographic transition process. And this period shows a very rapid decline in mortality and in Indonesia, and this increased population growth and changes the composition of the population rapidly as well. And in 1970 is the stage 2 or the second phase of the demographic transition because the decrease in fertility. And on February, and also this year, Indonesia dependency ratio reached a number below 50. And however, not all regions in Indonesia are experiencing the same trend in demographic transition process. The difference in the process is due to the variation in demographic process that occur in each region. And related to that topic, as we know, that the COVID-19 pandemic still leave other problems beside the high number of deaths or the mortality number. Based on the BPS data on February 2021, the open unemployment rate in Indonesia was recorded at 9.26%, and this number has decreased compared to the August 2020 period due to the increase in employment as economic condition recovered. And the purpose of this study is to find out the effect of COVID-19 pandemic on demographic bonus in Sleman Regency, Yogyakarta. And this is our method that we use for this paper. The method is quantitative descriptive analysis based on trends in population statistic data by collecting the population data in 2016 until 2020 from the BPS of Sleman Regency. And this is the result and discussion for our research. The population of Sleman Regency show in graphic 1 that in general has decreased significant change from 2018 until 2019 and increased again in 2020. A very significant decline in the population in Sleman Regency in 2019 could be due to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic that hit Indonesia. Although the impact of that from the pandemic was not the main factor, but it's one of the factors that contribute to death number in Sleman Regency. And graphic number 2, it's about the number of productive age in Sleman Regency. And if we see the graph, there is a significant decrease in 2019. From 2018 until 2019, there is a really significant decrease. And based on the graph 2, the decrease in population in 2019 didn't greatly affect the composition of the productive and non-productive population in Sleman Regency because both experienced a decrease from 114,276 people in the productive force and more than 16,863 people in the non-productive force. In 2019, the productive population still dominate the composition of the population of Sleman Regency despite a drastic decline. And the productive population will experience a more significant increase than the non-productive population in 2020. And the increase in the productive population in 2020 is about active 5 5,854 people, while the non-productive population is about like 5,207 people. And demographic bonus are considered an economic advantage. Based on this theory, Sleman Regency is convinced that it can experience demographic bonus in the future. This is because the number of people of productive age is still the continues to experience dominance of non-productive age. And this is the other graphs. Like number of non-productive force, it's generally decreased. And also number of poor family had its decreased until 2019 and also increased in 2020. And also this is number of poor people, and this the graph dependency ratio. A very significant decrease in the number of residents Sleman Regency caused by the COVID-19, and also graph 6, it's about dependency ratio, show that Sleman region has entered a demographic bonus in 2017. Sleman dependency ratio in 2019 fell back in 2020. It can be seen that the demographic bonus is not affected by COVID-19 when for the point of view of population structure. And based on the graph of the number of per family had in 2016 until 2020, it can be seen that there was a decrease from 2016 to 2019 and continue with the increase in the 2019 until 2020. In addition, based on the graph of the number of per people in 2016 until 2020, it's known that the number of per people of Sleman Regency has increased since 2018 with a significant increase in 2020. Can see the graph number 5. And also, this can be correlated to the COVID-19 pandemic disaster that only occurred in Indonesia in early 2020. And the non-running of various sectors of economic during the COVID-19 pandemic makes demographic bonus that should be utilized by Sleman Regency must be disrupted, and productive age population that can provide a surplus for families. And in fact, and also from the result, it can be known that the economic sector is very influential on the work of the population and resulting the population becoming out of work, and the demographic bonus of the increasing number of productive age population in 2020 is indicated not fully absorbed because the opposite is true. Namely, the increase in the number of unemployed. So the curve of the poor increase, and the non-absorption of the productive age population will give a new burden to the Sleman Regency government, which is also the same case in experiencing a slump in this pandemic period. This is the graph number of poor people and also the dependency ratio. It's really significant changes for every year and has a different trends. And this is our conclusion. The first one, the demographic bonus of Sleman Regency is not affected by the COVID-19 pandemic because there are so many factors that affect demographic bonus, such as economic sector. And dependency ratio decreased from 2016 until 2020. And COVID-19 pandemic has had an effect on the decline in original income, increasing of unemployment, and increasing of the poor population in Sleman Regency. And also the last one, utilization of the demographic bonus can be done by increasing the skill. For example, increase the soft skill and hard skill of workers. And I think that's all for our presentation. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you.